Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Got a couple of new things here. First of all, we've got CaptainOz and an ST62. Now, CaptainOz is not new, but Juicy Clan is. This is the competitive clan that was an offshoot from 1AR. So all competitive players from 1AR moved across to Juicy. Check them out. The other thing is the ST62, so this is the latest Clan Wars reward tank, so it's the first time we've seen this on the channel, so let's have a quick look at it. It's a medium tank. Can it replace the 907? Oh, I don't know yet, we'll have to check that out. APCR, it's the standard round, 320 Alpha, very similar to the 90. Pen 260, yep, seems similar. Good shell velocity 1320. Heat is the premium round. Well, this is almost identical to the 90. Slow shell velocity, but pen is 330. So that's the summary there. So I assume it's got a very similar gun to all the Russian VMs. Not sure about the other aspects of it, but we'll have to look at Tanks DGG in a little while and have a look. I'm not going to do a review on this channel because we don't get access to the tank, but that's alright. Okay, so he's running vents, vert stabs and turbo. Alright, he's already spotted a victim, tier 9 E75, so he's top tier here, so he's going to basically do this. So again, this is the other aspect of this particular tank though, is the auto loader, or auto reloader I should say. So you can see it's loading shells, and probably want to wait till the first one is reloaded before you shoot again, which he's doing, and he can finish off the 75 again. So almost the max damage you can get out of that particular tank, so which is good. And on the reload again. So alright, enemy not really advancing on this flank, that's interesting. Normally you see quite a few light tanks and TDs on this particular line. But can't always question the enemy's tactics here. Let's see how CaptainOz takes advantage of it. Alright, so charging down here has been spotted so far. There's a good chance that there is no one in this corner. Sometimes Artie comes here of course, but only typically when they're protected by other vehicles. And there's no one in an advanced position apart from that luckless C75. Yep, looks like no one is here. Alright, so this gives a bit of an advantage. You can push down here and start to light tanks that are near the cap. And of course if there's no one there, we'll see a tree falling down there. That's indicative. There's some vehicles there. Use this particular mount here. And of course, oh here we go, spotted a FE005, so you can punish him. Probably want to put all 3 shots in because he hasn't been spotted here, he's got plenty of time to reload. And he's starting to get some spotting damage on that FE. Now, FE's gone dark, so he probably only got spotted because he fired, so that's understandable. So he's not running CVS or anything like that, it's probably good, but looks like trade-off he's making is for both gun handling and mobility. Alright, so there's the T57 heavy lurking at the back here. That's an interesting choice for a tier 10 heavy tank, but that's alright. He's waiting for some support here before he moves in. Stand a little bit behind, they're one tank down and fraction of hit points difference, but probably not a big deal at this point, but he needs to be careful about that T57 heavy. Obviously the clip potential is pretty big, and I'm not sure what the armour is of this particular tank, or M103, so I just missed the opportunity. It looks like the aim time, maybe that's one of the reasons for the vert stab, the aim circle, particularly on the move. Fairly large there. So he was spotted now. It's going to be a little bit dangerous if this T57 heavy comes out, but where is he? No sign of him yet. Any further distance. M103 just not paying attention to being shot on the side. That is just weird behaviour. And he gets a second kill there for CaptainOz. He's got the only kills for his team, by the way, so that's not a good sign. Alright, so coming into the town here, looks like he's got that VK. Oh, he's got the rear of the VK, can he get a fire going? Well, some of the problems with the German tanks is the biggest chance of fire is normally from the front because of the transmission being counted as part of the engine. And CaptainOz just waiting for enough shells to reload to make it useful, and it's the T-57 heavy, so if you can catch someone who's not looking at him, that's what he's trying to do. Doesn't take any damage yet, which is interesting. Decides to relocate here. No incoming arty. Just stuns him, so he's got to deal with that and stay out of the line of fire. Just waiting for the stun to go down without having to use his medkit. He's running a small medkit here, which is an interesting choice, but it's got a tier 10, but that's alright. And put some rounds into the T-57 heavy. So 5.5k damage now to CaptainOz. He's doing very well here in terms of damage. And again, that was the advantage of not taking any damage while you're doing that T-57 heavy aiming somewhere else. Well, he's aiming now at CaptainOz. Takes a hit. He returns one. And here comes the BK. CaptainOz just relocating again to get into a better position. Goes up the T-57 heavy, he's going around the corner, puts 2 shots in, and he takes a hit from the VK, decides not to prosecute that directly. Hard to tell which way this particular tank is facing sometimes. It's got a very interesting armour layout here, but what he's trying to do is just avoid all these tanks, but he's not avoiding them all too well. He's taken a fair bit of damage just crossing here. To get out of the way. Just use his repair kit. And yeah, it's just having a bit of a difficult time here, but his team now in a bit of a hole. They're 5 tanks down, although hit points are fairly similar. And still being targeted by arty. He must be spotted all this way, possibly. Oh no, unless the arty was watching the trees falling. It's not bad play from the SPG player. It's just for that 1-2-1. Can you get a target on him? No, he's already gone down. The team is still 4 tanks down. He's not going to fit through that particular arch. He'll have to go through that one. This particular river gets deep here. You can drown here without too much trouble. He says, speaking from experience after having fallen off the bridge on more than one occasion.
They fixed the track. They thought I couldn't get it back on with my bare hands.
Oh, he's got the army commander here. Now, defensive mode really. They're 4 tanks down and 6 minutes to go. Not a great prospect of winning here, to be honest. As you can see from the hit points, the enemy side has taken a bit of a beating here. To get rid of some of those tanks like the T-57 Heavy and the FV, Guerrilla 15 has lost a lot of hit points. They pretty much all have the Cine, the strip out of the and the 6Y that of the tanks left on the enemy side, counting SPGs. That actually have 4 hit points, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. Is this possible win or not? So Just trying to use this view range to get any spotting whatsoever. It does have 2 SPGs on his team, so that more information you can give them. Oh, there we go, that's the VK. We've just got a shot here. He's using his heat rounds here, not penetrating, that's interesting. Maybe the side of the turret, yes, finally gets a round in. And the VK still in the same position, that's interesting. But he is facing front on, so okay, pretty strong frontal army, does a blind shot, but that doesn't penetrate. Look at that Dane circle, huge. What the base dispersion is of this ST-62, but definitely not looking like a sniping tank at all. And to be honest, neither was the 9.0, so that's probably not a big surprise. Alright, so still trying to give information to his team. The situation hasn't really changed a great deal. It's the only shot of damage this team's managed to inflict us through CaptainOz. He's now at 6.7k. Just trying to keep the view range at the limit here to limit the chance of him being spotted. There's some mediums left on the enemy team, or one I should say. There's Cobra, there's heavy tanks and TDs, so nothing being spotted, nothing spotting him. Back that chat Artie down in the corner is feeling vulnerable at all, but 3.5 minutes to go. Things are running out of time. The enemy's not pushing, which is interesting, given that they've got such an advantage of tanks. They're probably feeling the lack of hit points. I think all 15 takes out the bat chat, so there you go, not surprising. That means that Gorilla 15 is not too far away. It's gone unspotted, but he must have been relatively close to the bat chat Artie right in the corner. He's trying to drag the Vegeta with, oh, there's the Cobra. Now, can he get rid of him? Yes, he can. So another kill there to CaptainOz. So he's got 3 kills, which is half of what his team has managed to do. And here comes the Gorilla 15. Alright, now he's spotted the Gorilla. The Gorilla hasn't spotted him, but he's behind the hill really, so the Artie's not going to be effective. They're trying, but much they can do. CaptainOz trying to come around and flank the Gorilla 15, but just looking out to see whether anyone else is supporting him. He's got the Progetto coming in. 2 minutes to go. Just looking for the Gorilla 15 perhaps climbing the hill, which will make him a bit harder to turn and face CaptainOz, because he's pretty much a one-shot to the Gorilla 15 if he penetrates. But now the Progetto's in place, so he can push up a little bit here. Where is the Gorilla gone? Oh, there he is. Okay, there you go, side-on shot. So one shot in, he's starting to turn, gets the kill, and he gets into a safe position. So 4 kills now to CaptainOz. He's 7.5k of damage, but there's only a minute and a half left. This game is heading for a draw. The enemy's starting to push in, but they're being very slow about it, and pretty much not much CaptainOz's team can do apart from defend. So that's unfortunate. It's such a good result that CaptainOz is getting with his tank, but it's not going to end in a victory, unfortunately. There's the VK, might get one more kill, which he does. So 5 kills. It doesn't look like that's going to progress any further. 50 odd seconds to go. Oh, there's the T10. Oh, possibly. Might get a top gun. No, T57 heavy. He can afford to take a hit from the T57 heavy. Oh, yes, can he get a top gun? He does. Well, how about that? Well, that's the best reward he's likely to get. 6 kills. Oh, 8k damage. Alright, that is a great result. 30 seconds to go. I don't think anything further is going to happen here. It's unlikely.
Moving to support you.
Enemy's trying to cap when they get the reset, so it still stays as a draw. Not a loss, at least both sides lose in that sense, so that's about it. One more shot in. No pen. And he gets another hit, 2 more hits, 8.8k damage. Can he get one more? Oh yes he can, and another kill. In fact, there you go, 7 kills. I thought nothing else was going to happen. That is the end of the game. Again, unfortunately a draw, but valiant effort from CaptainOz to... Well, a little bit more damage than I thought. There must be that blind shot on the FV must have added in. 9.1k of damage. That's really top result there. 7 kills as we saw. So that's given the top gun and high caliber and the tank sniper award and ace tanker. But as it's a draw, let's go and have a look at the team scores. Alright, so it's finished with 968 base in a draw. It's effectively a loss, so that's pretty impressive. Damage wise, did anyone do 2k on his side? No, no one did. The enemy side, the T10, which was a tier 9, did 4.2, pretty good. And another ST62, now that's in Russian there, so that's why it looks a little bit different. This is Watt Replays, which is finally back up, 2.8k, and a 121 doing 2.5k with the best damage outputs there on that side. But again, both sides, despite the dominance of the enemy side, yeah, they really just didn't have the ability to win, which in a way was good. All right, but let's see, how did you get an ace tanker out of 968 base? Well, it's because of the achievement that gets added for courageous resistance. So that's added in both in credits and also in EXP. So you can see this additional 553. So it's showing on the premium side, but it's the same calculation. What Replays never adds the bonus for premium. So he's ended up, including the bonus, with this amount here, 1635. That would be his base experience out of that. So 1635 in a tier 10 is very impressive. So that's the reason for. But let's go back to the basics then. So shots fired 37, that's again a really impressive output. Just shows the rate of fire of the ST62. So yes, it could definitely become a preferred tank at tier 10 as a Russian medium, supplanting some of the other previous favourites. 35 hits out of that, so yeah, decent gun in terms of gun handling. 32 penetrations. He did fire a mix of ammunition. In fact, he had to because he fired so many shots, so end up spending a fair bit on ammo and his consumables, although he trimmed the consumables back with some non-premium ones. It could be an economic thing, but it's a bit hard to tell here, but I would think he just made a profit actually. It's a bit, again, it's not easy to tell on the Watt Replay site, but that's all right, tier 10. Anyway, great game there from CaptainOz to kick off the new clan there. It's not exactly the first battle of the clan, but it's the first battle on my channel, so I'll call it that way. So congratulations there, and again, all success with Juicy. I'm sure that will turn out well. If you're watching this and you got some value out of it, please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, have a think about it. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.